The machinery of government changes, as you say, have kicked in from 1st of April. No more do we have a Learning and Skills Council. We have a Young People's Learning Agency looking after 16 to 18 and the Skills Funding Agency looking after adults. And it's early days, but I think we're already seeing some issues here around maybe a divergence of the way they want to do things. Certainly Jeff Russell and the Skills Funding Agency are coming at it from a performance management perspective, risk-based approach to the way that they contract manage. No coincidence that the contract managers are called account managers as opposed to partnership managers. And as we move forward, there'll be less money available and they'll want to prioritise it in the areas working with others that they see fit. On the Young People's Learning Agency side, we find it's actually more about participation, more about making sure that every young person has a place. So quite a different approach there, and if I were a betting man, I suspect we will see changes to the way things are funded, maybe go monthly on the returns, so maybe more complexity on the way that we fund for adults. For working with schools and local authorities, they may want less data, they may just want less frequent, more of an annual cycle of performance rather than possibly a monthly cycle. Money is getting very tight on the adult side, increasing amount of prioritisation, which to be fair has been the case for a number of years, but I think everyone would agree that the size of the cut and the amount of switch expected and the rate reductions combined is very significant and having a big impact. As you say, that's maybe the stick. The carrot may well be what's being referred to as earned autonomy. So for the best or outstanding colleges and training providers, they may be able to move money between budgets. Certainly something colleges have been calling for with adult learner responsive budgets and train to gain apprenticeship budgets. They want to be able to move the money to where the demand is. I have a lot of sympathy, particularly with colleges at the moment. People doing the role that until September I was doing, curriculum planning, working with curriculum staff to make sure the best qualifications available are in place in time for those learners. In many cases will be starting in September. And I really sympathise with the lack of information at the moment around the new qualifications as they're being rolled out on as you say, the qualifications and credit framework. I've been describing it a bit of a perfect storm at the moment. We've got a whole new framework for the qualifications, replacing the national qualifications framework, coming along at the same time as a lot of changes when it comes to government agencies and now determining not just is it fundable, but increasingly, sometimes adults but not young people, sometimes young people but not adults, and at different rates with a view. And at the same time, we've got sector skills councils being given a role to determine what they think should be funded. So, a bit of a perfect storm. One would hope this is, as I say, I don't think good enough, but this is a problem as everything tries to go on at the same time. Once we've got over that hurdle, once everything theoretically, as we're told, will be on there by end of December, I think things will bed in and will be a bit clearer. But at the moment, for those having to do the job right now, I would argue it's not good enough, and I think I'd get a lot of sympathy with that view.